Hello guys, welcome to Bhavna's Online Academy. So in this video, we are going to discuss the CA Inter paper number 4 taxation paper analysis, that is your paper number 4 in group 1. Yes, this is one of the best videos or best analysis videos you are going to come across, because in this video I have covered around 8 attempts of past year papers and I've made an analysis out of it which will help you secure short 70 plus marks in your examination. And along with that, I'm also going to discuss the important chapters and how you have to study for your taxation paper and the question paper pattern too. So without any further ado, let's get into the video guys. So as you can see on your screen here, I have presented the past exam analysis I have analyzed from May 2019 until November 2022, which is your previous attempt. So I have taken it for both income tax and as well as GST. Yes. So to start with, as you can see on your screen, we have a chapter wise breakup of how much each chapter has come in the exam and for how much marks. So here in your income tax paper, you'll be questioned for totally 60 marks. So this here, what analysis you have on the screen is only a descriptive paper analysis. I am not included MCQ analysis in this. So in your income tax, totally will be questioned for 60 marks, out of which you have to attend for around 52 marks. And in your GST paper, you will be questioned for around 43 marks and you have to attend 28 marks. This 43 marks and 60 marks is inclusive of your optional questions. So that also I've included here. Yes. So based on this analysis, what I have presented before you, I have made a important chapter list and I'll first tell you how I curated that list and before revealing that list to you. Yes. So now, so here as you can see, this is the income tax paper analysis again, but here I have analyzed question paper wise. That means in November 2022, in question number 1, what question was asked and for how many marks, and question number 2 for how many marks, question number 3 for how many marks, question number 4 for how many marks, and from which topic or which chapter it has been questioned. So this analysis is in front of you. And when I sat down to analyze this income tax question paper, I realized something, that if you see your income tax paper in every single attempt, right, starting from November 22 until your May 2019, your question number 1 is your compulsory question, which comes for 14 marks, which we all already know. But the catch here is that in every single attempt, the question number 1 comes from total income. That means you have this chapter, right? Chapter number 8, computation of total income and tax payable, where you get questions from all the heads and all the deductions. So a question of that kind, where all the chapters and all the provisions are combined and you have to compute your total income, is being asked in every attempt. So your question number 1 in your taxation exam, that is your income tax exam, which is a compulsory question which comes for 14 marks, is definitely, it will only be a total income question, because that's been the pattern for all the past 8 years. Okay, sorry, not past 8 years, but your past 8 attempts, right? So you can expect this pattern only will continue in your examination too. So this is point number 1. Point number 2 that I noticed while analyzing is that in every single attempt, see, in every attempt, the total income question is asked, and along with that, in every single attempt, your residential status question is being questioned in the examination. Your residential status question is being asked. You can see here residential status, residential, residential, residential. Here again, residential, residential. So residential status question is also being questioned in the examination in almost every attempt. So this is also one of the most important chapters that you have to look after. Yes. After that, if you see this return of income and advanced tax TDS and TCS chapter, your chapter number 9 and chapter number 10, from this also in every attempt a question is being asked. And to be more specific, this provisions of return of income is there, no? That if you see in your 4C, question number 4, in that C part, in every attempt it is a question from filing of return only. So short 4 marks will definitely come from this area, right? So by doing all of this analysis, that how many questions have been questioned in the examination and what are the most important chapters, which question has come in every attempt, based on this, I would tell you the strategy that you should follow for your taxation paper is that you need to, for people who ever feel taxation, that is income tax, is quite difficult and GST is easier, try to focus on your GST paper and try to complete it totally. In GST also I'll tell you what is the paper pattern, what are the important chapters. But first you should complete your GST paper fully. So 40 marks is secured here. And when you come to your income tax, because people feel the heads of income are pretty, difficult. So if you keep that in mind, then attending the total income question, which is your compulsory question, will also get difficult. So a smarter way of getting marks in your income tax paper would be that you study your chapter number 10, chapter number 9, and chapter number 2, which is your residential status, advanced tax, TDS and TCS, and your return of income. All these three chapters are being questioned in every attempt, and minimum 15 to 20 marks you'll be definitely able to score from this in your income tax paper. So totally you have to score around how many marks? I guess 52 marks if I'm not wrong. Let me check. Yes, 52 marks. Out of 52 marks descriptive, around 20 marks you're already able to get from this income tax. These three chapters alone, just these three chapters, around 20 marks you'll be able to fetch. So around easily you can aim for exemption. And this 20 marks, what I'm saying, is exclusive of your MCQ. So from these three chapters, MCQ will also be questioned, which will again increase the weightage of this 20 marks. Correct? Yes. So please keep that in mind and read these three chapters as important. Along with that, please also try to cover your clubbing of income. That is your chapter number 5, set off carry forward, chapter number 6. So these chapters try to cover and go for your examination. It will be more than enough if you're doing your GST well. So chapter number 2, chapter number 5, 6, 9 and 10. So these chapters try to cover and go, and this will definitely help you get minimum 30 marks in your examination, short. Yes. So these are pretty easy chapters also and will not take you that much time. So that's why I've selected this chapter. In that also, chapter number 2, chapter number 9 and 10 is very important. 5 and 6, do it, because in case what if MCQs are being questioned from this, or simple questions are being asked from chapter number 5 and 6, you should be able to attempt and not lose those marks. Correct? Yes. So do that. So now that we have analyzed income tax, let's move on to analyzing what your GST paper pattern is. Yes. So again, in GST paper, I've taken from May 2019 until November 2022, and chapter wise breakage has been given here. Chapter wise breakup has been given here. Right. So in every attempt, you are going to be questioned for 43 marks, inclusive of optional, I'm saying, in which you have to attempt only for 28 marks, in which you have to attempt only for 28 marks. Yes. So if you go and see your GST paper pattern also, so here this is your paper pattern where you have your questions. Your question number 5 is where your GST starts. So your question number 5 is your compulsory question. Then you have question number 6, 7 and 8. Okay. And among 6, 7 and 8, any one question you will have to attempt. Okay. If you see your question number 5 of GST, in every single attempt, it is asked from ITC chapter only. It is asked from ITC chapter only. That is your input credit chapter, in which what they do is they will ask you a computation sum. They will tell you to compute. Yes, either it can be from ITC or it will be from your value of supply chapter. Maximum it is from ITC chapter only. So in your exam also you can expect that your question number 5 will be from ITC chapter only, and that will be a computation sum which will come for around 8 marks, and short you can secure that. This 8 marks, short you can secure. So ITC chapter becomes very important. Yes. And if you see the rest of the chapters here, let's go to that analysis and see. Yes. So ITC, input tax credit. This chapter, I already told you that in every single attempt it is being questioned, and it is an important chapter which you have to must do. Apart from that also, usually the other chapters are also scattered in such a way that they are not given much importance to any, or not zero importance to other chapters. Like introduction chapter you can totally skip, because no questions are being asked. In your May 2018 and November 2018 they asked 2 questions, but from November 2019 itself they've stopped asking questions from this chapter, so need not concentrate much on this chapter. Right. And your registration chapter is also quite important actually, because if you've seen every single attempt, for good number of marks your registration chapter is asked. So if you would ask me, importantly concentrate on your input tax credit, because out of 28 marks, already 8 marks you will secure, plus a few MCQs also you will get. And for the rest of the 20 marks, what I would suggest is, if you're taking a chance in income tax, that means you're not doing your income tax that well and you find it is a little bit difficult, because it is, the portions in income tax is also very large compared to your GST syllabus, correct? So what you can do is try to complete your entire GST. Here I'm not going to give you any important or less important, but income tax credit and registration are being asked in every attempt. Yes, so those two chapters importantly do very well. The others also do very nicely and cover your GST entirely. So your 40 marks you are able to secure. And along with that, do these chapters which here are marked in purple. So you are able to secure another 30 marks in your exams, which will easily cross your 70 plus in your examination. Yes. So now let's move on to discuss your question paper pattern. And again, then I'll sum up what are the important chapters. So in your income tax, what is the question paper pattern? So income tax comes for totally 60 marks, out of which 52 marks will be descriptive and 18 marks will be MCQ. GST comes for 40 marks, out of which 28 marks is descriptive and 12 marks is MCQ. So this 18 marks MCQ and 12 marks MCQ, I would suggest you need not cover anything separately. You need not cover anything separately, as in when you read the chapters, you will get to know these MCQs. But ICAI has released a MCQ booklet. ICAI has released MCQ booklet for taxation, and usually I have heard that questions are being picked from that. Yes, so if you have time, then you can go through that booklet and just see what kind of questions are being asked in the examination. So you just have an idea, correct? So you refer to that booklet. Done. Yes, and for your descriptive, I will tell you what your question paper pattern is. So income tax, you have 4 questions. Question number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Your question number 1 comes from your total income computation question only. Definitely, it is a computation question of total income that is only going to appear in your examination. It will be a compulsory question which will come for 14 marks, correct? Yes. And apart from that, from question number 2 to question number 4, again each question will be for 14 marks. Any 2 you have to attempt, that is enough, and that will give you 52 marks in your examination. And also remember, your question number 4, usually there will be a 4-mark question from your return of income, and along with that you'll have your residential question definitely, and you're going to have a TDS question definitely. So read these all topics very well. Yes. And then moving on to your GST paper, now again discussing the 28 marks of descriptive here. So in GST, your paper starts from question number 5. Your GST paper starts from question number 5. So question number 5, 6, 7, 8. Your question number 5 will come for 8 marks, which is a compulsory question, and it will be a definite question from your ITC chapter. Your ITC computation chapter, it will be a definite question. Yes. And then your question number 6, 7, and 8. Again, each question will come for 10 marks. And amongst these 3 questions, any 2 you can attempt, which will give you 20 marks here. So totally 28 marks of your paper is being covered. Yes. So I hope you understood how I have analyzed the past exam and how I have analyzed the papers which are given here, and depending on that I've come up with the important chapters you have to cover. Okay, please make sure you utilize this entire analysis. And along with that, what is very important in your taxation is, like, now next thing that I'm going to discuss is how you have to study for your taxation paper. How you have to study for your taxation paper. Like first I told you, first what you need to do is cover your GST completely. How much ever time it takes, complete your GST fully, because I have known students who have not done their income tax so well, but since they did their GST well, that helped them in passing this income tax paper, correct? So do your GST very well, because it will be straightforward question and easy questions only in your examination. Yes, after doing your GST, do your income tax, that important chapters which I told you. First cover those, then if you have time, do your rest of the chapters. Yes. And then what you have to do is the number 3 which comes is your amendments, which are very 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 important, because definitely from your amendments questions are going to be asked in the examination, either in the form of descriptive or in the form of MCQ, but definitely from amendments they are going to pick questions. So what I'll do is, in my telegram channel, you can either search on Telegram as Bhavna's Online Academy, or there'll be a link in the description box below. I'll share you the amendments of GST and the amendments of income tax. Yes, amendments of GST and amendment of income tax I'll share in the Telegram channel. Kindly take a look on that and try to cover those amendments. Please focus on and complete these amendments very well. Cover your chapter so you understand what the amendments are about. or else if you're just going to do amendments, it's not going to help. Cover your chapters and then cover your amendments after that. Yes, so use your ICAI study material. Yes, ICAI study material sums and questions, please do. And then after that, your MCQ booklet, if you have time, you can go through that. And one important thing that everybody misses but is a must do for your examination after completing your ICAI study material sums is that, because in the sufficient sums are not given. So what you need to do is, you need to go through your RTPs and your previous year question papers. RTPs and previous year question paper, even MTP if you have time you can do, but first concentrate on RTP and previous year question paper. For all your important questions, go through minimum of at least 5 to 6 attempts of RTPs and MTPs. Previous 5 to 6 attempts of RTPs and MTPs you can go, because in tax usually what happens, a lot of amendments come in. So even 5 to 6 is a wide area, but you will just know what kind of questions are being asked in the examination. So for that, 5 to 6 attempts of RTPs and previous year question papers you can cover. So if any question is repeated in the examination with just a number change, it will help you to capture those marks in the examination. Yes, so I hope this video of taxation, where I've analyzed and given you the important chapters, was useful to you. And apart from that, if there is any questions related to this analysis, do let me know that also in the comment section below, and I'll try to answer it as soon as possible. And join my Telegram channel for the amendments. And yes, that's it for this video, guys. So in case if you like this video, please make sure to like, share it with your friends, and also subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next video, guys. Thank you.